Me. La 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 la. Well, it's good that people can hear me, Devio. You. Right. What do we got? 7 PM tonight. 8 for me. Oh, sorry for the slurpiness, I do apologise. Oh, I haven't had time to put my video together yet. Get it done after stream. Bear with me 1 second. Current. Ah, that's where I put it. Sort by size. And properties. How long is this video? Only 19 minutes. Oh. So when we do some stuff in game. We'll do some stuff in game. That's what we'll do. Have a bit of a chat. We'll have a bit of a show and tell. We'll do some stuff. Some stuff in game. Servers allowing. Because there is some degraded performance at the moment. Oh. If you'd like to ask any questions, question in brackets. I'll start in a second. I'm just sipping my cup of tea. Making stretchy sounds. Oh my god, my back is so much better. Mate, I'm... Zin, no. So, with the character creation thing, the bug, you can obviously join on friends, but you can also just set your thing to windowed mode. So, set your graphics options to windowed, then create your character. That worked perfectly fine for me. And then afterwards... What? Oh my fucking god, no. What? What are you talking about? No. I'll come back on Mumble. And you feel free to join me in the streaming channel. Feel free to join me in the streaming channel. It has fixed it for me. What's fixed it for you? What fixed it for you? Oh, so you verified your game files and it fixed it. Okay, that's fine. I'll add it in. If it verified, yeah. That's what happens. It's in. What is it? Think you know more about Star Citizen than me? Is that what it is?
Somebody commented on one of your videos.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that comment on my videos, Sin.
Yeah, and a lot of people who love me.
They were saying that you were a really good editor. We are, you know your life. You're here as well. Yeah. But people were commenting how good an editor you were before you started editing my videos. It's amazing. Oh.
No, but somebody said that if you verify your game files, which is a fix for most games if there's a problem. I went into game, tested without verifying, and I could not create a character. It just wouldn't respond to any sort of input. Quit the game, verified my files, went back in. I can now create a character.
So what I did is I put it in windowed mode, and then I could interact with it and created my character, and then I put it back into full screen mode.
I tried that, and that didn't work for me, and it hasn't worked for a lot of other people.
Did you mash your keyboard while you were trying to go, why the fuck isn't this? Oh, it's worked.
No, but without mashing my keyboard, I verified my game files, and it worked. It's a lot easier.
Okay, that's fine. Well,
so, I'm just saying, it works.
Cool.
And I'd like to see other people try this if they have the same problem and respond saying, "Yep, that's fixed it. Thanks, Sin, you're amazing."
Well, maybe it won't. Yeah, guys, remember to verify your files. Or why don't you start your own YouTube channel, Sin? with your own ideas in it. So this is Sin. This is going to be my editor. You might have seen me play games with her before. And are you going to come and join me in game in a minute?
Maybe. I was going to try and make a video.
Okay, you try and make a video, and if you are done later or bored later, say you want to join me in game, and you're more than welcome to jump in. And we'll fuck around. Other than that, I'm just going to answer questions and chat to people.
Okay, that's fine.
Nice.
I'm going to go now, so GLHF.
Love you, Sin. See you soon.
Love you, bye.
See ya. So that's Sin, and you're gonna see her on a lot of my videos soon. I mean, she's done a load of footage for Fleet Week stuff, but we haven't put it up yet. And she did the editing for that Fleet Week tutorial that went up. So hopefully that will make the channel a lot better. She's going to be starting for me at the end of June properly, and at the moment she's just sort of learning how to edit properly and develop a bit of a style. How do you overcome boredom in gaming? I play lots of different games. I don't just play Star Citizen. Shall I get this? Hi. I play lots of different games, not just Star Citizen. So play lots of different games, get a good bit of a gaming community, join some groups of people. Socializing in game is how I stay not bored. I want to play games with people. I want to talk to people. I like joking and messing around with those people, and I like, being social with those people. So gaming and socializing together means very, very little boredom. Rubbish old game. Oh, it's not even out yet. It's pretty fresh. It's not even ripe yet. I did do an op with ZDF. Indeed, I need to go check on Rexilla at some point because he moved over to Facebook Gaming, and I haven't chatted to him very much in the last months. Although I've become a little bit more isolationist as a content creator, which I don't really want. I want to be a bit more not isolationist. But what do we got? So let me just we'll have a quick look at this. So it is Fleet Week at the moment. So Fleet Week means you can try out ships and vehicles for free. It's a free flight, so as long as you've got a Star Citizen account, you don't need to buy anything at all. Just make a Star Citizen account, bam, you can get in the game, you can play, and you've got a load of ships and stuff that you can just rent by going to ArcCorp's Evic Convention Centre and then trying out whatever's there on the particular day you're there. So, different days of the event have different vehicles and ships to try. Until 7 PM UTC tonight, you've got Tumbrel, RSI, and Origin, so you've got these ships that are available to try. The 325A, the Aurora LN, the Constellation Andromeda, Aquila, and Phoenix, and the Mantis. You've also got access to the Tumbrel rovers, the Ezra rover, and the Ballista, which isn't mentioned here, but you do have access to them. So, yeah, at 7 PM tonight, that changes over to Anvil Aerospace. Now, each of those days, well, it's 2-day rotations. Each of those days, though, or rotations, has ships available to rent. You'll also be able to see some stuff in holo viewers, or see some stuff on display that aren't finished as well, that you can't rent, but you can actually have a look at and get some more details on. But also, every rotation, there are going to be ships for sale. Now, there's quite a lot of ships for sale, but it's going to change from day to day to day. And at the moment, we've got the G12 Origin rover, which should be on sale throughout the entire event because, you know, it's new. Let's go back to the actual page, the Invictus page. Because it's new, it's a new concept. Cool little buggy, quite small. I kind of like it. If I was going to get one, I'd probably get just the standard, the G12. I'm not sure why it's not called the G12C or the G12T, but it's just called the G12. Confuses me when they have lots of different variants of something, but they don't have the standard model also named as a variant. It should be the G12 series, and it should then be, this should be the G12C, or the civilian model, the G12T, and this is the A and this is the R. That's just my way I organise stuff. Sorry, that's one of my little bugbears. What else have we got at the moment then? So we've got the 325A, but we've also got loads of other Origin vehicles on sale. So we've got the 125A, and do we have the 600i? No, we do not have the 600i or the 890 jump. 2 years, Nasty Masty. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. You star. I do appreciate. I appreciate the subs. I appreciate the money. Thanks. Is that this? Someone said I wasn't grateful enough in one of my videos for my Patreons and subs, so I'm gonna make sure I'm appreciated. Thanks for the sub, nasty. I got nasty masty. Thank you, very much appreciated. Got loads of merch and stuff if you're interested in it. Meh. RSI. So we're getting new skins for ships as well. So they're going to be selling skins for ships throughout the Invictus Fleet Week launch event thing, and we've got some RSI ships on sale as well at the moment. So all the constellations, including the Taurus, but the Taurus isn't flyable yet. We've got the Aurora LN, we've got the Ezra rover, got the Mantis. So the Polaris sells out almost immediately. Now, limited hull ships, yeah, like the Polaris, are on sale in batches. And this is the sort of like batch list limited waves. So we'll have another wave of this bad boy at 7 PM UTC, just as it moves over to what? Tuesday, 26th of May. Aegis, it is Aegis Day today, isn't it? Yeah, they must have just got so confused. What's going? What? So as far as I'm aware, tonight at 7 PM, we get Aegis Day. I'm not sure why the batches of the Aegis ships are split over these days like this. That confuses me. Hey, Bored, I just wanted to say I love you and want to caress your lovely egg-shaped head. Thanks, Deathcore. I didn't know who that was until I read your name. I suppose that's how names work. Thanks, DC. I love you too, mate. Yeah, so, a bit confused why They haven't changed the Invictus launch days, have they? Ah! It's because it's Aegis Dynamics. Herp. Tonight is the Anvil Aerospace. So at 7 p.m. tonight, it turns over to Anvil Aerospace. And on the 26th at 7 p.m. UTC, it becomes Aegis Dynamics. That was my brain fart. I was like, what? What is this? So, boop. Beautiful cat picture. So that suggests that there is no limited hulls for the Anvil series. So bear that in mind. The F8 Lightning isn't going to be on sale either. The F7A isn't going to be on sale. But I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing in some more detail some of the Anvil ships. So my brain literally broke there. So load of Anvil stuff coming later today. And then Aegis Dynamics Day on the 26th. That is probably when we'll see Idris and Javelins on sale as well. So very much looking forward to that. If you want to know what ships might be available on a given day, for example, go into the ship upgrader, or the CCU program, ship upgrades, and then you can search by manufacturer, and you are likely to see in the sales anything that has combat or military sort of capabilities. When I say capabilities, a focus of like being combat. You probably see the C8 X Pisces, Arrow, Hawk, Hornets, the Blister again. Not sure why the Blister was on show. The Gladiator. Probably lots of different variants of the Hornet. The Hurricane. The Terrapin. The Crucible is a support ship for military, so maybe that as well. The Valkyrie. The Carrack. Pretty much all the Anvil ships, to be honest, are very much likely to be on sale. So sort of bear that in mind. What have we got? Can we... bear with me. I know I've black screened it. Go to chat. Can I add new source, add game capture. For some reason my game capture has gone blick. Add display capture. Okay, that's cool. So if I put that at the same level as my media source, we can have some of that going on. Oh, I don't think I needed to... Ah! Perfect. That works. Okay, cool. So I'm on a new PC, and only half the stuff is set up for it. So we are on ArcCorp at the moment, so we can have a bit of a look-see at the moment. He appreciates the subs, I do. I appreciate the subs. Servers are a bit chonky at the moment. I might have some stuff running in the background, actually, that I need to deal with. What is going on in the background? Oh, God, yeah, okay. Lots of stuff. Close that. Let's close that. Close that. Oh, there's a billion tabs open as well. Why do I open so many tabs? I just do. I love tabs. I love opening tabs. That works. That works fine. So the back-end services seem to be working for me fine. I was able to... Oh, I do have a generic character. Maybe they're not working fine. Maybe I lied. So I did make a character. But I'm still this gentleman from the other day. It's fine. It's fine. I'm in game. And that's the main thing, I suppose. And we'll go and find the fleet and stuff in a bit as well. I'm going to go through some questions and have a bit of a chatsy. Do you know if any Drake ships will have skins? Probably. You should see a few different skins for a good amount of ships. They've been working on them for a while. What have we got here? I appreciate the love. Sorry about my slightly overly confused state. No question. I know it's not much. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you very much, Devio. Very much appreciated. Any little bits help. Little bits. Thanks very much. Much appreciated, mate. What have we got? Oh. Yeah, the Kraken will be limited hull, yeah. So you should see the Kraken and the Privateer, most likely. This patch is royally fucked up. So yeah, it had some problems. 3.9.1 live, and the deployment of Fleet Week definitely had problems. Yeah, so the Nova tank is called the Tonk, or at least affectionately referred to as the Tonk by the community, because one of the French designers would say Tonk, and it, after a video, and he said it a lot, so it's sort of stuck. It's not a jab at him or a joke at him. It is a joke with him. It's not supposed to be taking the piss. It is supposed to be like, we like Zatonk. And the guy is very talented, obviously. I want to build a PC for Star Citizen and have the money. I'm wondering if I should build it now or wait. Any next-gen hardware coming out. It's always better to wait, but you can always say that forevermore. There's certainly some bits that you could purchase now with the idea of selling them and upgrading them later. I would build, I mean, like RAM's cheap again now. There are going to be amazing Ryzen 7 processors coming out, like toward the end of the year. There's going to be the probably the 3000 series of NVIDIA cards. But if you get ready for that stuff and make sure you're upgradable, you can upgrade to it, then flog your hardware as you upgrade. You can sort of maintain a good balance. That's my suggestion. How awesome is Anvil Aerospace? Anvil Aerospace is one of my favorite manufacturers. I think Aegis Dynamics probably is, and then Anvil. So I love Drake as well for just being doing what they say on the tin. Like, they're no frills and cheap, which is how I live my life. So I buy stuff on Amazon. Oh, so some people were asking me the other day about the Wannabe Friends and YouTube hack stuff. So a lot of content creators were getting their either accounts hacked, getting them stolen, getting them otherwise sort of compromised. And I've just upgraded to hardware keys for everything. So I think two-factor authentication with hardware keys, that's probably the best way of going to secure your accounts. What do you think of the Nautilus? I think it's an essential part of Star Citizen's combat and stuff, because it's basically going to allow you to have like floating turrets in space. And if you'll probably have to have something that allows you to deploy turrets on the ground as well in the future. I really love the Nautilus Minesweeper. It's a cool thing. I probably will get one at some point. There's a lot of stuff that I don't want to buy. I just want to sort of like get it in game.
Invictus launch week. That special time of the year when you can't even get past character creation.
The time says 7 PM UTC. Wouldn't it be 8 PM in the UK? Yes, it is 8 PM in the UK when it changes over. That's BST. So we are currently GMT or UTC +1 in the UK. I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Any idea when the Carrack will next be on sale? Later today is my expectation of when the Carrack's going to be on sale. Today and tomorrow. Let's get out and have a look at the expo floor. Yeah, me and Sin spent a couple of hours, maybe even a bit longer yesterday, fucking around with the Invictus fleet and having a look at some stuff. So you are able to steal the F8 Lightning, you are able to steal the F7A, but the Idris doesn't have an interior, and I couldn't glitch into the Javelin myself, although I haven't Things changed from Evocali to live. Let's say that obviously Evocali fixed a lot of stuff. But thank you very much, Mantis, for subbing. Very much appreciated. I appreciate you. How do I do a heart? Like that. Well, it's be a heart and not a goatsy. Very different symbols. Very, very similar, though. Thoughts on Mercury losing the central thruster for rover capacity? I want it to be able to carry a rover, so I'm happy that it's able to carry a rover. You glitched into the Javelin, there's no interior, of course. Cool. I wasn't able to glitch into it. Oh, no, I could glitch through. I wasn't able to glitch into an area where there should have been an interior. I was able to glitch through some of the bits, as Zin was. We found out that you were able to hold ships in position as well. If you sort of like park in front of them and force them to hit you, they can sort of like stop them. It's one of the other ways you'd potentially be able to steal an F8 or an F7. I suppose you could potentially move the Idris or the Javelin a long distance with that as well. Thank you very much, Adam Cadman. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate your money. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you. Let's have a look through some of these questions. We're going to go up and sort of like follow the fleet in a bit, I think, as well. Do you play on the EU servers? Yes, this is on EU servers. I tried logging into Best, but I couldn't get into Best. It said it was full. Didn't make any sense, so I tried logging on into EU, and it worked fine. I know if there's anything special, like special page for exclusive ships. I was around all 3 waves, but never saw the Polaris on sale. So the Polaris was on sale during those waves. It sold out almost instantly, I expect. I assume it was on sale, those 3 waves, and sold out immediately. I don't have that. I don't know that for 100% fact, because they were sold out all the time. Ships seem to be very pricey to afford in-game. Do you think that's a casual player is going to be able to save up enough to buy extra ships? Yeah. With full persistence, yeah. I mean, as soon as we never have another reset again, you're going to be able to afford the ships much more often, aren't you? Like, at the moment, Alpha UEC and ships and items, as long as they're not consumables, they do travel with you from patch to patch. And hopefully they'll travel from 3.9's branch to 3.10's branch. But there's no guarantee of that, but that's just the expectation. Eventually there will be no more resets at all, and you want it to be a bit of a grind to get ships, as in you don't want them to be super easy to get, because you want them to be milestones, and you want them then to be able to leverage the amount of money to get the next ship and so forth for some of these ships. If you could just buy a Prospector on the first day, so it defeats the point of the value of anything. But this is the Constellation Taurus. There isn't a special Constellation rework going on. It's just the Taurus isn't in our hands yet because they just haven't had the resources to finish it. They literally prioritised other ships and vehicles. But it is the more cargo, slightly stripped down variant of the Constellation series. And the ship that everyone is fucking adores at the moment and is super, super, super hot right now in the ships is the Polaris Torpedo Corvette. It's got a little... I'm not tall enough to see it. Hey, yeah! But there's a hangar bay above it that opens up and you can fit a ship in there. Very cool ship. Let's get a nice little angle on this while I answer some more questions. No, I don't want to hurt. There you go. Much better. Bam. Yeah, so the back-end services for Star Citizen took a big beating. You want to check regularly on status.robertspaceindustriescom. Are all ships going to have paints? Because my Sabre doesn't have a paint section. Not all ships will have paints available for them during Fleet Week. They will have paints eventually for all of them. And then eventually you'll be able to have full customization, well, a significantly larger form of customization for your ships vehicles, both manufacturer customization and aftermarket customization, allowing you to change those paint jobs a lot more. Do you think we'll see the C2 for sale this week, or only the military M2 version? So the A2 and the M2, they're both military versions, and the C2 technically allows you to carry more. So the Hercules series, I would expect the whole Hercules series to be on sale, or at least I'd hope. It's hard to tell with some things like that, though, isn't it? Like you go, oh, makes sense, but will they? Bear with me 1 second. I've just realised I haven't tweeted out. That's one of the things that I always forget to do. I'm terrible, okay? I'm terrible as a YouTuber. I'm terrible as a streamer. Like, I forget to do things. Hopefully Zin will be able to keep me in line and be able to manage all this stuff for me. I am streaming live talking about Fleet Week. http://www.twitch.tv/BoredGamer King. Let's do that. And then quit there. And then go on to Twitter. You can't see Twitter. So one of the things I've been talking to people about is never show Twitter off on stream, because it doesn't have a proper filter for images that you might not want to show. Cool. That is done. Thank you very much, Snow Fox Tanker. Thank you very much for the bits. Very much appreciated. You star. What do we got here? What time does the Anvil sale start? 7 PM UTC. So convert that on Google to whatever time zone you're in. Any speculation if we're going to have another concept during Invictus because of the little G12? It is possible that there is another concept ship or variant of a ship or vehicle coming with Invictus Week. That's not confirmation. I don't actually know. I haven't been told anything. Obviously, the Cutlass Blue is flyable. Do you get a ballista loner for the tank? If you go to the loner matrix, you'll find that out. That's not a... if you go on my website under resources, I think, there is the ship loner matrix. Yeah. Which I will just link you the ship loner matrix, mate. The latest ship loner matrix, if anyone wants to see that. So there's the ships and vehicles you get if your ship isn't flyable yet, but you own it. You see what I mean? Yeah, me and Zin and Kits and DC and some other people, Bugton and a few others, played PlanetSide to a reasonable amount. I quite enjoyed PlanetSide 2. It just needed a bit more for me. Summer Yeti, can we see Zin's smiling face? She's not overly opposed to going on camera, and you'll see her eventually at some point. I'm not gonna show her photo and just shake it around the screen, but she will do some live stuff. Wait until she's actually working for me properly. It's probably a good shout. Buying her a green screen, like the same as I've got on their Gato one. I pointed at my green screen. You can't see it because it's green screened out. I want a BoredGamer bobblehead of my Carrack. I will fully endorse CIG making a bobblehead of me. Why does the Javelin have a cargo lift? So it can get cargo. What happened to the co-op series you were doing with another YouTuber? Don't remember his name, but they were great videos. Salty Mike. So it was Twerk17, became Salty Mike. We will do more in the future properly. I promise. Please use this donation to buy the Idris. I will put your $1 donation, Gooey Chicken Man. No, I'm not. I'm not donation shaming you. $1 is good. $1 is a good donation. But it's not enough to buy an Idris. However, maybe I can buy UEC with it and invest it wisely. And when the Idris comes out, bam, I'll have an Idris. Smart. LHB Gaming, super chatted. $2. Hey, bro, any news about the Orion? No news about the Orion. Nothing been talked about for a while. I don't think it's in active development. I don't think it's got much beyond scaling and white box, as far as I'm aware. I'm not a fan of the G12R. Like, I like the G12 Touring, the standard one. It's got the turrets, it's got the cargo space. I like ships and vehicles with a little bit of cargo space, just because of the utility. Because I look at them and go, money? Not nanny, but money. What else have we got? I am from this planet, but I do have a very long beluga whale head, or an alien head. Caesarean section I was. Almir, thank you very much for becoming a BoredGamer member. Very much appreciated. Oh, you absolute legend. So that's one of the ways you can help support the channel. It's basically like Patreon, but for directly from YouTube. I need to start doing some more VIP stuff for patrons. Actually, Zin's going to make a video. I don't know what Zin's video... At the moment, I'm just sort of like going, here's some stuff you can do if you want to help learn how to play Star Citizen and what I want for when you're ready. But she's sort of doing her own stuff as well and learning how to edit. So I'll chuck some of that stuff up on the VIP stuff for patrons and for YouTube members. Thank you. Thank you very much, Elmir. Do you think we'll have a limited F8 ship sale? No, we will not. I do not think we will. The F7A as well, I don't think will be on sale. They basically confirmed that those ships won't be on sale. I am going to buy so many spaceships.
If everyone donates $1, you get there. D.
Woo! $1 drive. $1 donation drive. Oh my god! Can you imagine? I let people know. I make a good amount even during the terrible times we are having from YouTube ads, just general YouTube ads, and from Patreon, and from donations, and from people using my Shadow and NordVPN referrals. I'm doing good for money, good enough to be able to employ Zin full time, starting in the end of June. So anything beyond that is absolutely fantastic. It buys hardware, allows me to buy ships, allows me to expand the channel quicker. But donations and people aggressively donating and chucking their money at me when they can use it themselves is not necessary, although it is appreciated. The channel will still be here. The channel will still work. It is not essential. Is there going to be a MISC sale? I want a Hull C. There wasn't MISC on sale. So MISC's on the 28th of May at 7 PM UTC it starts. And yes, I would expect the Hull C to be on sale. The reason for that is I think the military use it for supply runs. So it's a support ship. Have you heard anything back concerning the P-72 Archimedes Emerald? So this was something people were asking the other day. So why isn't the P-72 Emerald that was supposed to be in 3.9.1 in 3.9.1? And I suspect it's because we're going to see it later in Invictus Fleet Week. I suspect we'll see it on the display on the show floor, and it will be then allocated to people's accounts properly. So it's just the green version of the P-72. It might just be a skin that they go, and now the skin for it's available. If you see what I mean. Dude, people love your dedication and knowledge about the project. You were great. Thank you very much, Ennio. Very much appreciated. Your reverse psychology won't work on me, Chicken Man. Thank you very much. I'm glad I somehow didn't, or did get you. I did get you to donate. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Do you think the Redeemer is in active development? Yes, I do think the Redeemer is in active development. And we'll see more on the Redeemer later in Fleet Week. The Aegis Dynamics Day, I'm expecting to see a bit of an update. So This is something I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see a bit of an updated concept sale for the Redeemer on the 26th/27th of on the 26th of May on the Aegis Dynamics Day. That's my expectation, even if it's on sale with a little bit more information. But it's not going to be flight ready. Any features you would like to see in the future? Personally, would like to see commercial transport. I mean, we'll see commercial transport missions. We'll see NPCs ferrying goods from place to place. There's a huge amount of features I'd love to see in the future, but I need them to focus on the core of the game, getting the flight model sorted, and then expanding out the economy and general gameplay feature mechanics before like my dream features can even be considered. It needs to be more of a game, like really does. Boop. Do the military use the Genesis Starliner in lore, and is it likely to be sold? I don't believe they do, although I'm not 100% sure. There might be some military, there might be some Genesis Starliner stuff that I haven't read. I know it's like used as a like a racing ship headquarters. We'll go down to the vehicle bay, and then we will have a little chat there, and then we'll go up to see the fleet if we can find it. If it's actually on this server, which I suspect it is. It is not appearing at the moment, the fleet. That could be because it's currently travelling somewhere. But we could just keep on loading back in until we find the fleet. What vehicles are being shown in the display hall, actually? So these hollow haulers are really cool. Just for being able to show a little bit more. Oh, the Tonk. And the Rover. So, I'm looking forward to the Tonk. I genuinely am. Let's do that. Whoop. Shwoop, boop, 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 boop. One day I'll get good with the cameras. Actually, I probably don't need to now. I get Zin good with the cameras. That's all we need to do, right? Zin, you need to get good with the cameras. Someone sent me money. Why have you sent me money? Cyrilix. Thank you very much. Get ooh-wooed on the lol. Ooh, why am I ooh-wooing? Ooh-woo. Haven't gotten first comment in a while. Been busy. I'll get back to it soon. BG, I'll be waiting for that clout. Enjoy the content. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. I appreciate your money. It invigorates and enlightens. If I do that, it makes my face darker very briefly. No limited ships for Anvil. That's what it appears to be. No limited ships that we know of, indeed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Redeemer. Even if it's just on sale, even if it's not like a load more extra info or anything, even if it's just on sale, I'm actually going to consider buying one just because I'm getting a bit more hyped about it. Oh, wait, let's get it in game. I'm hoping CIG start putting the ships that are flyable that aren't available in game to purchase. I'm hoping they make them purchasable in game very soon. Some of them, like even if they're expensive, even if they have like a brief tax on them, like, yeah, this is like twice the price it's normally going to be at the moment, but in a month or two's time we'll reduce it. I'm fine with ships that have been bought with real money having short-term exclusivity in game, very briefly, while the game's sort of like in alpha. But beyond that, I do want them available in game as quickly as possible. Really, no PTU right now. No, there's no PTU at the moment. This is in the persistent universe. So there's been a huge amount of problems with this patch, but it's more with the actual servers, the server sides and the back-end services. Not that makes much of a difference. Hey, Board, do you think that the large berths in the Idris and Javelin docks will be the docks that will be used for larger vessels? I think some of them and some similar ones will be used for larger vessels, like the Kraken and that sort of stuff, yes. I also think there's going to be docking, side docks and stuff like that too. Have you bought anything on the sales? I've yet to buy anything on the sales. I will be getting myself a Cutlass Blue, though. I will be getting myself a Cutlass Red, because I realised I didn't have one. Do sort of want to pick up an Idris, but I can't justify the cost. I don't think anyone's going to donate $1,000 for that, nor would I want it. So to make that clear, Daniel Scher, thank you very much for your DK key. Donkey Kong Country. What? Dutch Corona? Dutch DK key? Thank you very much. Very much appreciated for that. You absolute star. Legend. Thank you. I'm not sure if I want to buy anything else. I like the idea of buying a Redeemer, but probably want to get it in game. I like modules and modularity stuff. Oh, if a Titan suit became available, I'd buy that. But RTX, GeForce RTX was a nice leap forward. Yep, I'm very much looking forward to the 30 series. They might be 40% faster at certain tasks, but we'll wait and see. They're always are officially sort of like, oh, these are 10 times faster than the last generation at these very specific tests. Okay, well, we'll see how that transfers into frame rates. Is Star Citizen as good as the hype? Graphics look good. It's fantastic for a sort of like alpha project and sort of tourist destination. There's cool stuff you can do. Best play with the friends at the moment. But the game is far from complete. Like, it is a collection of features and bugs that come together, and you're giving your feedback on them, and sort of like, or if you're not doing that, then you're sort of like more as a tourist looking around at the pretty stuff. It's going to be many years before the project is complete, so bear that in mind. It is very cool, it is very good, but it is not a traditional game. It is not a sit down and play game yet. It is King Bug, the Bug King. Oh, is that right above me? Oh, the fleet is right above me. Winner, chicken dinner. Theatres, when? Any guesses? So, they had some Evocati tests of Theatres of War recently, and I suspect that they want to put it through a few more tests before going out to a wider, sort of like more public-facing PTU. But it's going to be a while before it's... Oh. I broke my legs. It's fine. If break legs, press C. And, well, tap C and V, because I rebind my Medipens for some reason, and now I've forgotten what the default key was. Let's press C and V together. Ah! But yeah, Theatres of War, I would expect it to go wider PTU and to testing by the end of the year. So it'll be in most people's hands by the end of the year. To what extent, it's hard to tell because of the sort of like lockdown and working from home stuff and what priorities CIG are going to have. But they do have dedicated, reasonable sized team working on Theatres of War. It's a really good thing on paper, Theatres of War, really cool thing if they can get it right. But if they don't get it right and then they abandon it, it will be a waste of time. So as long as the stuff goes well and they do right by it, it will be good. But there's a lot of concern around that as well. Do I play EVE Online? I used to, and I might consider playing it a little bit again. But I used to play it a lot, like many years ago. Is it 13, 14 years old now, EVE? Played it on the first day it was actually released properly. There seems to be a lot of hints for Drake Day, DefenseCon, the graffiti on the schedule page. I do think there will be a surprise like a Drake defense fleet with a Kraken flying around. It is possible because I've seen some media pictures of the Kraken flying around with all of the cutlasses. But that's not confirmation. We know that there's sort of like some of a Kraken exterior model working that they showed a while ago. So expect to see a lot of stuff on sale and available at that Drake Defense Con hall, which we will see in a second, the outside of the hall. Sorry, just joined if you've already answered this, but do you have a workaround if you're not able to use the Mobiglass in live? Verify your files. Let's verify your files, and I think you might have to reset your character. You'll have to check on support at the moment what the actual way to do it is. I know there's workaround for it to fix it. I think it might be reset your character, but check on there. Check on support.properspaceindustries.com. Thank you very much, Chris Snap. Oh, I love your money. Do you think we'll see any more information on the Corsair during Fleet Week? Drake Defense Con, I would expect to see it on sale because Drake is sort of like just going to try and sell all of their ships again, is the most likely thing. I do like the idea of Defense Con, because they basically, in law, they're not invited to the Fleet Week celebrations. They weren't officially invited. Military don't have contracts with them. But we'll come back here in a second. On the on the 30th. Yeah. On 30th of May to the 1st of June, you can have Drake Defense Con, and it's in the starport, the Defense Con. It's not on the official Brevet Convention Center. So, can't get there yet. Drake Defense Con, looking forward to that. I do like my Drake ships. I probably will try and own one of all of them at some point. But let's go have a look up in the skies at the actual fleet. You can grab the Cutlass Blue again. Boop. How many FPS am I getting on the game at the moment? That's a good question. I've got it locked to 60. So between 40 and 60 at any given point. Hangout U3. So I've got a user.cfg I use to increase performance somewhat. And even though this is a PC I've only just switched over to, I sort of like debloat Windows 10 and get everything set up for specifically recording Star Citizen and playing Star Citizen. So it's, did I say 3 or 4? Go 4. Short-term memory of a fucking goldfish. Oh. 3 or is it 4? Am I dumb? Well, I am dumb, but... I'm dumb! I'm dumb! I'm dumb. He's dumb. Short-term memory, bad. Long-term memory, good. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Thanks. Got the Cutlass Blue. And eventually, sirens. One day we'll actually have sirens. We've got the wearing lights. We don't have the siren-y goodness yet. Equip helmets. Cool. I've got my hat on. This is what I need. Hope everyone is doing well today. Is anyone getting anything in Fleet Week? Is anyone excited for anything in Fleet Week? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. And there we go. Let's turn up. Oh. Have I just got out of my seat? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no. Oh, God. This is bad. Why are R and why are R and Y so close to each other? I mean, they're not. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're good. T. It's because I pressed T. Let's change my engine orientation. Let's get the hell out of here before we actually crash into something. I'm sorry. Oh, well, that was embarrassing. I wonder if there will be a Javelin conversion kit, actually. Obviously, we've got the Idris K laser beam, which I think a lot of people would like. You should see the Idris K and a load of cool stuff on the Aegis Day. Let us get to the fleet, though, so because we can talk when we're there. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, my sensitivity is weird. Yeah, Aegis Day is probably the day I'm most looking forward to. Has CIG recommended not doing a character reset for now? I keep hearing this from people, but I've not seen an official post. I would... So, only character reset as a last-ditch attempt to fix a problem. Okay? That is the worst way of fixing a problem. You do not want to character reset if you don't have to. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. So, some of the cool stuff you can do is you can get... Oh, no, no, no! I mean, I feel that was his fault, right? Maybe? So, we're going to scan the Javelin. Because it's got a load of people on. So, it has all the AI on it for each of the stations. So it's not a full like complement of 70, but it's got more than the scanners will allow me to see. And if you can hear it, it's saying more and more and more. Maybe it has got 70 on, but it's got a huge amount of life signs on it. And you'll see with the Idris as well. So it's the military Idris. I just love the fact that these systems are there and they're getting work and that sort of stuff. The raw stuff for the signatures and the deeper scanning is starting to get there, and I just really like that. It's a shame that it's got like cargo on it as well for a little bit of like a Easter egg. I feel really guilty that I've damaged that man's mantis or woman's mantis. Let's do that. Let's turn the lights off. And then let's... Let's do that for a little bit. The game runs so smoothly. What's the secret to that? You can go to my website. I've got a guide for Windows 10 debloating and speeding up, and a Star Citizen performance guide that I use. I use user.cfg as well. Will any of the Hull series be on sale? I'm expecting at least the Hull C to be on sale. Ares, Inferno, and Ion be limited? No, it shouldn't be. Anyone else not having their ship show up in the ship console? It's the second day, and I've been able to request any to get to Area 18. That is a bit of a bummer. I think that maybe that's a character reset. But again, check out support.robertspaceindustries.com. Is there any trouble with Star Citizen, or does it still have bugs? It has loads of bugs. It's going to have loads of bugs until at least into its beta phase, and then it's going to still have some bugs. Oh, Pugilist, thank you so much. Better get out and swap insurance. No, we're not doing that. We're not swapping insurance. We can the F8 Lightning here. Is this an F8? Yes, we've got the F8 Lightning there. What we'll do is we will jump out of the ship. Really, I should have... No? Right, you don't want to open up properly? Okay, you're just going to knock me out. That's fine. I wanted to fall onto the floor. That's actually what I wanted to do. That was perfect. Thanks, game. You're the best. Could have just unlocked the doors, and that would have done a lot better. How have I lost the spaceport? There we go. We're good. We're good. We can actually fly over to... We could actually go on board the station here by Johnny Point and use the elevators to get here if we wanted. And they would actually spit us out at one of the docks for the Idris or the Javelin. But we're going to land here with our own legs. So the Hornets should be upgraded to the Mark II stuff already, as far as I'm aware, and we're not going to see a new Hornet series for a while. If we do, they'll be in addition to the current Hornets. So the sort of like Hornets have already received any updates they were planned to get. Good job. We got the F8 Lightning. We got the F7A. And these are interactable. So if you can take out the pilots, you can get on board and steal them. I don't think the persistence allows you to keep them, though, beyond that. How thick is this ship, eh? Good old Javelin. Oh, what have we done? Let's try and get a nice angle on this. What? What? She's so big. I think people might have been stealing these ships, actually. There we go. That's a good enough shot. So if you're stuck on the character screen, you can try re-verifying your files. You can try putting the game into not full screen, so windowed mode. Then create your character. Then if that works, you can put it back into full screen. Or you can join on friends. Those are the ways to get around it at the moment. What needed to fix a Mantis? A price drop or updated hardpoints? So, people have been saying to me that the Mantis can quantum interdict and quantum dampen, and that the Cutlass Blue can only quantum dampen. But if the Mantis is a bit more armoured, potentially, or better systems, then it'd probably be fine. They might serve different purposes and different roles, but it looks to me that the Cutlass Blue is just sort of better for what I want it for anyway. Yeah, there is a MISC sale day. Yeah. So if you want to see the different days, different ships are on sale, there you go. I will link it down below for you. But you'll have MISC on sale on the 28th at 7 PM UTC. Do you think the Nautilus will be limited hull? No, I don't think the Nautilus will be limited. Can we use store credits on ships during Fleet Week? Yes, unless it's a limited hull ship war bond. So some ships will be limited hull, and you'll be able to use store credit on them. Some ships are basically going to be war bond or discounted, and you can only use fresh money for those. So bear that in mind. Have you seen Morphologist's video on the stolen F8 Lightning? Yes, indeed. I spent several hours stealing one. I should have just got someone else to do it as well, I'm thinking. Zin! Go steal an F8 Lightning! And an F7A Hornet and get some better shots than I did. How long have you been playing today? Not very long. Not this morning. Last night, very long. Any changes to in-game buy ships or still the same? Server crashes are more or less. So 3.9.1 has had a very rough deployment. And you can buy ships in-game and they should persist to the next major patch, hopefully. Is Star Citizen just a bit too big? It is a very big project, but it's going to take a long time to complete. It's not too big, I don't think. I would have preferred it to be a little bit more stepped and less feature bloated than finish something and then add more features to an already solid base of a game. They're sort of like doing a lot of stuff simultaneously, which relies on other things being completed. So you don't really get to see the final product until a lot more's done, which is a little bit annoying. No news about the Orion at the moment. Nope. Do you think the Mercury Star on it is going to increase in price? Yeah, potentially when it's closer to release. I don't think it will increase in price this sale, but it could. Yeah, so ships and vehicles bought during Fleet Week, for the most part, all come with 120 months insurance. That's 10 years. That's as close to lifetime as we've had. I know that technically one's infinite and one's 10 years, but 10 years is probably more than most people will play the game. What's that Drake surprise? So I think with the Drake stuff, we're going to see Cutlass Blue obviously on sale. Obviously the Cutlass and the Privateer on sale. Some people are suspecting that the Kraken will be flying around as well, which would be great if it does. We're waiting for a Squadron 42 update video to come out at some point. There was a problem with editing, which could mean they from anything from they have to remake the video entirely to that they've lost the original footage to anything. So we're not 100% sure what's going on with that at the moment. Swoop. I've got a Javelin. I desperately want to have my Javelin in game to use. So, I mean, I don't... Okay, so my knowledge base comes from being able to look at the project constantly and have a huge amount of notes on the project, which I just update constantly. So I have a view of an overview of the project at any given time to a reasonable level, but it's all for the most part publicly available info. I do poke some devs sometimes and get sort of clarifications on things before I talk about stuff a lot, and then it's mixed in with some leaks and stuff as well, to sort of like have an understanding of what's going on. You'll see that the devs, they might not know necessarily what's going on with the full breadth of the project, but they know what they're doing within their specific realm. So it'll be a very specific area or piece or project or whatever that they're doing a lot of work on. And obviously they know a lot about that. When will the run be finished? It was shown 2 to 3 years ago, and we were told it was in grey box. So I suspect it's gone back to white box, and some extra work needs to be done to it. It'll be a while before the Orion's done, in my opinion, because it's such a big ship. Why is the Polaris currently such a hot ship? People just like it. People like the combat corvette-y nature of it. It's going to be useful for PvP and PvE. I think, so the Javelin, the military Javelin, has different guns than the civilian outfitted one will have. So the civilian one will come with systems and weapons, apparently, according to Concierge, according to customer service. Originally, they said that they only wanted it, well, it was only going to come like an empty hull. But still can't play, verified, reinstalled, deleted user folder. Do you think account reset will help? Robert Johnston, what is your current issue? Is it you can't create a character? Is it you can't log into the game? What is your issue, dude? My man. You don't need to donate money to ask me the question. Just make it clear somewhere. Can we use store credits on those sales during... Yes, we can. So the Anvil sale starts tonight, 7 PM UTC. And then the Aegis sale starts on the 26th, 7 PM UTC. Hi, Board. It's me again. DJ Brown, thank you very much for the money. I love your money. Thank you. Very much appreciated. I appreciate heart. Whatever. A universe. So why do they tease the Polaris when they aren't developing it? Because we want to see some of this. Look, it's cool to do. They want to show the Polaris stuff off. Obviously, it does help sales, I suspect, as well. But they... So the last Intergalactic Aerospace Expo in 2019 was a little bit lackluster. And the more additions they put in to show off where stuff is, whether it's in white box, whether it's just more information about it, even if it's a very small amount of information, the better. So... Is the Eclipse a limited ship? No, I do not believe it is. Any new Hull C and Genesis Starliner being displayed at the convention? I'm not sure about the Genesis Starliner, but the Hull C I would expect so because it's like a military support ship. Hello, what do you think Drake is introducing? Maybe something new or a variant? I mean, it's possible they could have a new concept ship as well. That'd be cool if they have a new Drake concept. Crash to desktop after spawn. Rough. Try different servers? I don't know. I don't know if an account reset would help for that. That's a weird one. Try windowed mode. I found windowed mode fixed a load of different problems. See if it just immediately crashes again. I'm sorry you're having so many problems, Robert, mate. Is it true that once the Miss Hull series come online, that the freelancer class is going to be removed from the game? No, no, that is not true. Drake starts their sales on the 30th. Would you like to see older ships that are out of production in game? Yes, I would. The more civilian ships, the jalopies, the older stuff. Zeus. How do you feel about Shadow Squadron stealing an F8 Lightning? Cool. Steal an F8 Lightning. We did it yesterday. You can steal the F8, and you can steal the F7. It's F7A, the F8's A. At the moment, because you can kill the pilots and then get in the ship. It's mostly military and combat ships and vehicles that are going to be sold, or stuff that supports those roles. Is there any updated FPS boosters or tips or tricks? Go on my website, boardgamer.co.uk. There's a guide for Windows 10, for Star Citizen, and user.cfgs that will hopefully help. With limited hull wave sales, such as the Kraken on Drake Day, should backers get more transparent communication on development timelines on ships that cost in excess of $1,000-ish? I don't care how much a ship costs. I just want them to finish them all. I don't think that's their priorities going, well, this ship costs more, let's get it done. I want to see as much information on as much depth of the project as possible. Good old little javelin-y boy. What else have we got here? Any chance CIG has something else up their sleeves for Invictus Week? Yes, but it's very possible. Workaround for the no Moby Glass bug. I don't know for the no Moby Glass bug. only reset your account at the very last-ditch effort to fix something. Check on support.robertspaceindustries.com. Do you intend to use the G12 to violate the Prime Directive at unsafe velocities? Well, no, the Sleep, because it's a little buggy. It goes very slow. I think the fastest one goes 55 meters per second. It's not going to violate nothing, is it? Is there an official Zin fan club? Can we join? There's not yet. How do I see what ships are on sale? You can go to the Invictus main page. Boop. I'll show you what's going on that particular day. So you've got a lot of different things going on at the moment. It's interesting with the skins. So skins, they're referring to them as paint packs, but they are just skins at the moment. In the future, we're about to paint, and I think painting gives us a bit more customization than just the changing of skins. But they're adding a load of skins in for this patch, and I suspect that there's going to be more and more skins coming out in future patches, like 3.10, probably a load more skins, and events, loads more skins. But we've got like green and blue skins, and for today, for the RSI sort of ships, we've got ones for the Aurora in green and gold, and blue and gold, and then again for the constellations, we've got blue and gold paint. And paints are, you don't permanently apply them, you can put them on something and then remove them like you would a component. So, I want proper painting, really. These skins are okay, they're cool. Fallout 76 skin, that's what it looks like to me, this one. Cool military green, like that. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, my boy? Fleet is sodden off. Do you think we'll be having a Javelin sale this week? Yeah, so I suspect on the 26th they will drop the Javelin and Idris in waves. That would be my expectation. I'd expect to see it on sale. What do you think is a solid fighter upgrade from the 325A? Sabre or a Super Hornet? They're both fantastic ships. When will this game be fully finished? We don't know. Good few years before it's properly playable by the masses. How much money can you do per hour with box missions? Oh, I don't know. I'd spend money to rent a Prospector or a Cutlass Black very quickly. That would be my suggestion, though. When do I think the F8C will be flyable? Where it's closer to Squadron 42's launch or when it goes live? Does the military rover only have missiles? It has missiles and countermeasures. It does not have a turret. When is the Anvil sale? 7 PM tonight, UTC. If I purchase the G12 rover with lifetime insurance, I assume the Corsair will be available for upgrade. What? You should be able to upgrade it to a Corsair and have it as a lifetime insurance token. Yes. What Vanguard would you recommend? I really like the Sentinel on paper. The Vanguards are a little bit in a weird place at the moment because they really have to run a fixed loadout to be effective, and fixed weapons aren't great at the moment because of how good auto gimps are. But that will be balanced in the future. I want to buy a Cutlass Black. Is there any reason to wait for Drake Day? I would wait for Drake Day just in case. Just in case there's like comes with something special, comes with a special skin or something. Will we see more skins and paints for ships? Yes. We'll see more throughout Fleet Week and then more beyond that, yes. An account reset does help for the no Moby Glass bug. Fantastic. So someone said that in chat. can't confirm it, but I would expect them to be accurate. Have you lost weight? Yes, I have. Thank you very much for noticing. Are you experiencing any of the major issues so many have been experiencing currently? No. I was experiencing the fact I couldn't create a character. But that is largely been solved now by... I did it by going into windowed mode and then creating my character because it became responsive. I mashed my keyboard as well. And then after I created a character, I could just log in normally. Zin... She re-verified her files and it worked for her. Yes, CIG stated you have to reset your account for the Moby-Glass bug. I did that and it's now fixed. Cool. That's good to know. Thank you for people who are experiencing that bug. I always say that's the last possible thing to do is reset your account. Because they don't want people resetting their accounts all the time. Do you think the character will go on sale, unlimited sale? I think it will be on sale. I don't think it will be a limited sale. Are there any plans for building space stations? There are plans for buildings. Well, we don't know if there's any plans for building space stations. There are certainly plans for building in-game on planets. So you'll be able to build outposts and stuff with the Pioneer. My poor little baby. Come on, expedite. Actually, fuck it. Fuck it, we'll wait. Guy looks pretty chill. Hey dude, big fan, keep up the great content. Well, it's pretty low effort, but Zin's going to help me make it better effort. I do a lot of content. I try to cover everything. But I appreciate the kind words, thank you. Will the Vandal attack the fleet for Invictus Week? Kingship, pooning and all? I don't think so. It's nothing I've heard. Recall if something like that does happen on the last day. But I doubt it. Do you think the C2 will go on sale? Yes, I do think the Hercules series will go on sale. Oh, Havoc, thank you very much for the money. Do you think we will be flying the Idris within the next few months, or will it get delayed to Squadron 42? I don't think we're going to be flying the Idris in the next few months. I think we'll see combat-ready Idris in missions that we'll be fighting against within the next few months, yes. Probably for 3.10. Any more game packages possibly going on sale? I would expect, yeah, there's certainly possibilities of different and more game packages going on sale, yes. At the moment, I think the best offer is the Avenger Titan game package at a discount. Will the G12 fit in the Mercury Star Runner? I believe so. What was the new medium fighter? The latest fighter that they've unveiled is the Ares. See you later, buddy. And what have we got? I've been pretty good with the major issues. They sort of like avoided me. Thank you so much. Scruffy Rico, thank you very much for the sub. Sinzero, thank you very much for the sub as well. Appreciated. Oh, you stars. Thank you. Legends. Do you think our roadmap goes far enough into the future? No. I want a roadmap to completion for both Squadron and for Star Citizen, for the persistent universe. It doesn't have to have the dates, everything that's going to be done, but I want all the features listed, and then I want it to look as far as possible into the future. It's fine with stuff moving around. It's fine with stuff getting delayed. I just want to know what there is to actually do. Yeah? Hi, Board. When do you think the F8C Executive Edition will be flyable? Closer to Squadron 42's release, if not when Squadron 42 releases. Yeah, the Polaris does have a bit of everything. In the same way the sort of like Carrack has a bit of everything as well. How will CIG manage to get everyone interacting with one server? Using server meshing. So they're building out a lot of back-end servers and services for server meshing, which will have servers of any size. Well, okay, let me try not to fumble my words. Object containers in game at the moment will be able to be dynamically changed into servers and spun up and spun down, and then share information between them seamlessly. Is the idea. So you could have this room that I'm in at the moment, that could have 50 people in and be its own server, and then outside the space station and the area of space around it could be its own server as well, and they could be nested in each other. And then you could have the planet nearby and the whole of the star system as a server as well. And then you could have a load of rooms together on a ship, and they could each have 50 people in. They just need to be able to share data between them. Are you excited to see any progress on the Crusader ships? Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of the Crusader ships I love. The Genesis Starline has got a little bit a special place in my heart as well. Do you think the ships like Polaris will be back on sale during this event? So there's supposed to be another wave of Polaris, I believe, at 7 PM tonight. I appreciate all the love, thank you. Any chance we're getting another solo mining ship in the future? So, we look like we're getting a mining vehicle in the future for planets. They sort of like were talking about concepting one. I'm not sure about solo mining ships. Maybe some ships that will help support mining. Maybe some ships that will have modularity that will allow for mining. So as far as I'm aware, the F7A skin that they sold, the military skin, is just a skin. Doesn't change your ship into a military Hornet, and I don't think they're ever going to sell it again. Do you think the Star Runner will increase cargo because of its size? They might change some bits of it. It's been increased so it can take a rover in there now. So yeah, we might see some cargo size changes as well because of that. You have to make another character because there's often resets to that type of persistence. Is Star Citizen using AWS for its servers? I think it's leveraging some of it, some of AWS for some of its services at the moment. It's a bit weird. It's a bit hodgepodge and Frankenstein at the moment. What is required for your camera to use VoIP? Having trouble setting mine up. Not all cameras work, but most will. You just go into VoIP. Set I recommend a lower FPS of like 30 and a resolution that you know your camera can take, but a reasonably high resolution. So 720p is good. 30 FPS 720p, and then you just need to enable VoIP while looking at your camera or looking where you'd normally look at the screen. And then click on calibrate, and that will calibrate, and then you can click off the calibration window if you want, and then you should be able to use your VoIP in game. I turn it off when I'm not using it because it is a bit frame hungry. So yeah, Star Citizen does use AWS, but it's a bit Frankenstein with a load of its backend services and the way it deploys stuff, and some of its services I don't believe are hosted on AWS at the moment. So it's a bit weird. It will leverage AWS properly in the future fully, is my understanding of it anyway. If someone knows otherwise, you're more than welcome to correct me, but that's my understanding of it. When do you think they'll do a UI pass on the Mobiglass UI? It's horrible now. They are doing updates to a load of the UIs in the games, and I think the Mobiglass and customization of the Mobiglass is one of those things. Tell me a joke about Star Citizen. No. I thought Star Citizen was going to be... I thought Squadron 42 was going to be released at the end of 2016. Yeah, that's a fucking joke. Well, Christy, thanks very much for the money. I will keep it up. That's not a sex thing, is it? I hope not. It hasn't been up for years. You think the Crucible will make it into the sale today? Yes, I do. It's a support ship for military craft. That's the way I see it. Looking forward to its eventual injection into the game. Yes. So repairs obviously incredibly important. What else do we have? Do you think once we have physical ship components, we could change out the scanner and the Star Runner and use it as an explorer vessel? Yeah, so you'll be able to use ships for bits they're not intended for, and you'll be able to focus them towards something more that you want them to do, but they might not be as good as a ship that is fully built from the ground up to be that particular role. But yeah, you'll be able to change stuff over, you'll be able to get different scanners on board ships, you'll be able to use your Star Runner to track down minables if you wanted to. So limited ship waves schedule stuff. They're coming in 2 to 3 waves based on the day and based on what's going on with the ships. I think it's actually always 3 waves, but they split them over multiple days. So we don't have any, as far as we're aware, any limited waves for Anvil stuff. But Aegis Dynamics, it's expected to have like the Idris and the Javelins on sale. So they're having 3 different waves where you can buy those ships, those limited hulls. And then we've got some Crusader ships that are limited hull, which will probably be the A2. What else would be Crusader limited? The A2. The A2 is the only thing I can think that would be hull limited. And then Drake in the Interplanetary, the Kraken and Privateers. Almost certainly. I would expect to see Idris K's as well. At least the upgrade pack for them. Yeah. Some cool stuff. What will we see for Aegis? I don't think the Nautilus was unlimited. It's the Idris and the Javelin. That's the most likely thing. But you'll see skins as well. You'll see a load of different skins. Maybe you'll see some more exclusive limited skins. Maybe. Do you have a Discord server? Yes, discord.gg/BoredGamer. And now that Zin's sort of starting to learn how to do stuff, she will be doing community management as well to some degree, and getting the mods a bit more sort of like... Did you just Wobby avocado me? I did not know that Wobby had an avocado emote. Thank you, DC. You've made my life better. Hey, Board, just want to know your view on most ships being available to everyone, as in Enforcer ships like the Mantis and Cutlass Blue, or military ships like Hamhead. Like, maybe if you work a specific profession, you get access to these ships in the future. So I think that I'd like to see all ships available in-game as early as possible to purchase in some way. I want to see some variants and some, like, the prices of these ships come down or be more readily available or more easily available. Maybe you can't buy them from standard manufacturers and that sort of stuff, unless you have a reputation with a military contractor or something like that. But you're still able to buy them off of players and things like that. So, yeah, I don't mind some of them being semi-locked into reputation. Like, yeah, we're not going to let you buy an Idris M unless you've been working with the UE loads and you're a known quantity, and bam, you've got a load of wet rep, you can buy it. But you wouldn't want like just anyone randomly going, yeah, I'll buy an Idris M at combat. Do you know what I mean? But I want ships that should be sold in game now to be sold in game now. Like, I want to be able to buy Cutlass Blue when it comes out in game. I don't want to have to wait 3 months. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's fair. Although at the same time, I don't mind a little bit of exclusivity for maybe 3 months and then go and sell. But the character, for example, character should be in game now to buy. If it's flyable, I want to buy it. Are you going to watch the SpaceX launch on Wednesday? If I've got time, yes. That sounds cool. So, how do you paint your game and ship? You can buy skins from the website, and then you can apply them on certain ships. So at the moment, some of the other skins that were previously available or are clearly skins for ships, like the Best in Show skins, are now you can apply them to your ship or remove them. But you'll see more skins go on sale during Fleet Week. And then in the future, you'll be able to buy them in game. And they'll add more and more skins. And then eventually, you'll be able to actually paint your ship with a lot more customization than just applying different skins to it. But at the moment, it's they're adding a load more skins to the game. Where's my persistent universe background from? Well, it's from Barjani Point, which I'm up here. I was waiting for my ship to spawn. Let us pick up some water. Can I not get water there? Give me drink. Glug, 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 glug. Glug. And then, boop, equip helmet. No. People add me. Stop adding me. I did have, that's not Wes, is it? What? We know anything about subcomponent module damage? We know that they're going to be doing physical guys components and subcomponents, which are obviously important. I don't know much about the damage for it beyond. I think it's part of the repair mechanics. My short-term memory is terrible, apparently. Pad 2. For some reason I thought it was on pad 12, but that's unlikely seeing that this doesn't have 12 pads. Boop. When will we see better frame rates? They're doing Vulkan integration for the game, which will increase client-side scalability and frame rates. You'll see probably Vulkan integration with DirectX 12 there as well in the short term before the end of this year, I would suspect. Would you upgrade the Cat to the M2? Maybe, if you're more into the idea of the M2. The Cat is a very capable cargo transport, though, and it's going to have a lot cooler modularity and modular features. So bear that in mind. How do I get past the invisible body bug? It might be an account reset. Check on support.rubberspaceindustriescom. So the music is from Darren Lambourne. It's some Star Citizen music. Optimus Explorers? No. Cutlass Blue's still there. Huh. Huh. The Cutlass Blue is an absolutely beautiful ship. Welcome to becoming a board citizen, Defango. Very much appreciated. You're a star. So I do when people become members. You're a star. Perfect. Clip that. Do you think Squadron 42 will be alpha or beta this year? So it's possible that it will get its feature complete, sort of like alpha by the end of this year. I think there's certainly going to be delays with Squadron 42. We'll have to wait and see. Could it have a beta internally, maybe for CIG? But it won't be a player-facing beta that we can play. It's very optimistic to think it will be done this year as well. Do you think the Merchantman will be on sale to upgrade? I don't think it will be on sale during this event. I haven't seen any alien ships, in fact. What do I need to do when my ships that I've bought don't show on the Fleet Manager screen in-game? It might be an account reset. Go to support.robertspaceindustries.com. It's the most common bug at the moment, and the known issue is people not spawning, people not being able to create character, and their ships not showing in the ASOPs. So the ASOP stuff, if your ship's not showing that, I think it is an account reset for that. How do you feel that the Prowler's release price was less than its original price versus a ship like the Carrack? Was it less than its release price? What? Because it had a war bond discount on it. Typically, ship prices go up. I don't think there's a huge amount of thought into the ship prices from CIG beyond what can we get for the ship. That's quite genuinely. There's probably a little bit more than that, but... Thank you very much, Embryova. Very much appreciated. I might have to dash off in a second. But what I'll do is I will try and come back to do stream when the Anvil day starts, or get a video up based on what I'm able to do, because I've got to do some stuff and I've got to order some food. I've got to check out, make sure my parents are okay. Do you think we will see an Invictus-themed Misk Reliant Tanner for sale on the days that Misk has a Reign of the Hall? Yes, I'd expect to see the Tanner on sale anyway. And probably a load of skins for loads of different ships. You'll see different skins on the different days as well, so I'm expecting to see some Anvil skins. I might buy some. What's the difference between the A2 and the M2 for the Hercules? So the M2 is the military version, a little bit less cargo space than the C2, but it's more armoured. The A2 is a sort of like assault bomber. It's got less space in it than the M2. It can still hold a tank, but less space, more bomb. What's the difference between the Valkyrie and the Valkyrie Liberator? A skin. How do you control the camera to create cinematic views in Star Citizen videos? Not very well, but you press F4, and then you hold F4. Don't press Alt ever when holding F4, and then you can move the up, down, left, right arrows. You can use page up and page down. You can use plus and minus. And you can use Z to move the camera. Do you think we'll see any unique ship skins this week, like we did the other events? Yes, I'd expect to see some unique skins. Yeah, at the moment there's unique ones for the Aurora and the Constellation, yeah. But I'd expect those to be more, to be less exclusive and more available in the future. But I would expect to see some possibly see some proper Fleet Week ones. I mean, maybe the blue and gold one is a Fleet Week one. Specifically, maybe blue and gold. Maybe it is. Will the Hercules C2 be on sale this week? I would expect so. Do you think the Connie needs a rework? I would have liked to have seen its cockpit just have rigid glass and no struts. But other than that, I don't think it needs one. Any reason why NPCs still stand on chairs? I don't know. They're supposed to fix that. They didn't. They like standing on chairs. I think it's just how you sit in the future, isn't it? Sit with your legs straight up on a chair. Right. I am going to dash off, though. But thank you so much for joining me today. Well, Christy, I'm not sure if I thanked you for the super chat, but I love you. I think I did, but maybe I didn't. But thank you so much for people jumping in and asking questions. I do want to get some gameplay up with Zin soon and do some stuff on stream gameplay with that. I might try and jump on again later and we'll look at the change over to the Anvil day and just have a bit of a chat. But if 3.9.1 becomes stable, then we'll start doing some regular gameplay streams as well. What is your pick of Vanguard? The Sentinel. I really like the Sentinel, like the idea of e-warfare. Thank you very much, Jaden Cattrall. Thank you so much. And if people want to further support the channel, they can do that through direct donation, through the YouTube join button, through subbing on Twitch, through Patreon, whatever they want, or just giving general feedback. Just turning up, sharing stuff, talking. That genuinely does help. Asking questions helps. I do have a Cutlass Blue giveaway on at the moment. Just comment on any of my videos made during Fleet Week. So between now and the 2nd of June, I suppose, for a chance to win that. And that's in addition to my May giveaway for the Anvil arrow as well. But there's an ice cream van outside my house. It's good by NES ending. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys loads. We will see if someone else is streaming. And then we will host them. We've got Salty Mike streaming. The beautiful artist previously known as Twerk, which we'll still host. About /raid. Fantastic. Hopefully people will have a few less errors and they'll get star sets a bit more stable. Only reset your account as the last sort of like ditch attempt to fix something. If you're having the can't create character bug or any other bug, try verifying your files first. With the character, can't create character bug, go into windowed mode, create your character, then go back into full screen mode. That works. And go to support.robertspaceindustriescom to see a load of workarounds and fixes. Also status.robertspaceindustriescom to see server status, and that should help a lot. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. It genuinely is really appreciated. Hopefully Zin's going to really help my channel grow and be better. So thank you very much for helping me out and helping grow my channel and my star citizen coverage to accommodate that. Really looking forward to what the future brings with that. But love you guys. Peace out. Take care. Love your faces. All that sort of jazz. Mwah.